Hello again, this is my model railway news update. Isn't it always the way? I go away for a short break and there's a ton of new stuff happening in the model railway world. I better get into it then. Rapido were at it again with a massive update, but I'll pull out some interesting bits, including this, the 00 gauge Highland Railway Lock class with a new 3D printed sample. It was only recently it was announced that they'd be doing this, and already here we are with a sample. So you'll see this coupled up with a Jones tender. This is the one shared with its bigger and older sibling, so it's a no-brainer for Rapido to reuse this on the Lock class model. Model U did the 3D printing and it's really giving a view here of what the actual model will look like, and I think it's a very nice looking thing. Can't wait to see decorated samples, so I'll update here when they break cover. While they were at it, Model U were also commissioned to make a 3D print of the LNER D40 while they were at it, this time complete with bespoke tender. This is the G-Class variant and they are promising a full-bodied Scottish engineering prototype for us in the not too distant future. Another great looking loco that's really taken shape here. And also, unsurprisingly, there was also a 3D print of the 00 gauge SRU class as well. It's another very fine looking loco and the model is shaping up really well too, going by these samples anyway. All three of these are eagerly awaited and I can't wait to see decorated samples in due course. It's great to see Rapido expanding their Steam loco offerings with these three. Moving to N-Scale, Rapido showed off these mink wagons in decorated liveries recently. These models are a little behind schedule, but no one can deny they are going to be a bright addition to anyone's collection when they come to market, and there's certainly lots to choose from. Some final checks need to be done before these head into full-blown production, so still a little way to wait before they come to market. But it's not all good news though, as sadly the first batch of the AB fireless locos in 00 scale were delivered from China to Rapido, but they didn't measure up to the samples and were rejected by them. We've not been told exactly what was wrong with them, but I believe it was something to do with the livery application. Either way, they've been sent back to China and there'll be a reproduction done, so very much a big delay on these now. Moving on, I'm always talking about Accurascale, so I'll rattle through their news too. Cut down FCA wagons in 00 scale have now completed the second batch production run and are set to be shipped out of China, probably already en route as I speak. I've already talked about these previously, so I won't go into detail, except to say they should be getting sent out to customers in December, so just in time for Christmas hopefully. Arriving earlier though are the maroon Mark 1 57-foot Suburban coaching stock, scheduled to arrive at the end of October, and all things going well these should be in your hands in early November. You can still pre-order these if you're interested. Their Class 60 locomotive in 00 scale has got a lot of airtime, even on this channel, but I'll mention again because they won Best 00 gauge locomotive at the 2025 Hornby Magazine Model Railway Awards. This is a public vote and it's good to see them win with this model, but that's not all, they also won Manufacturer of the Year as well. Well done, Accurascale. The Railway Museum have added a new Locomotion No. 1 limited edition whisky to the range of products. Yeah, I can't see the connection either, especially because this comes from Accurascale distillery in Mulben, actually not far from where I grew up. It was founded in 1972 by J&B and is now Diageo owned, and it wouldn't be my choice of malt. However, for £95 for a limited edition bottle of 16-year-old, that's actually a really good price. One to consider for a Christmas present maybe, even though I can't see any connection to Locomotion other than some text on the label. Talking of the early days of steam, a new manufacturer came to my attention recently. This is Colfe Rail Company, I think I'm pronouncing that right, and they are offering an interesting selection of projects that you can be part of. Like many model makers at the moment, for example Accurascale or Dapple and others, with their pre-order projects, it's fast become the norm to kind of crowdfund projects through to completion. This is what Colfe are doing with projects such as Iron Duke here, or this 1838 Isambard Kingdom Brunel Great Western Railway experimental broad gauge locomotive called Hurricane. Very interesting and unique offerings which could come to market if there's enough interest. It's not all oddball stuff though, as here we have the 1914 Great Central Railway Robinson B5460, which is also being proposed. Or even this, the Around the World in 80 Days Willy Fogg Collection train set. This looks like a lot of fun and will be a set of 3 locos and 3 coaches, all for around £595, which is actually pretty good value. One of the projects gaining a lot of interest is their own line of Genesis coaches to complement offerings from the likes of Hattons and Rapido. Priced at just around £35, this project already has 479 notes of interest, so check out some of these projects and register your interest with no obligation, or even submit your own suggestion if you have a loco you've always wanted but it's not available yet. Class 385 maybe? Piko have released this new Halloween livery on a very old wagon they've had kicking around for ages. Love the print, but they really need to retire this moulding. Priced at around €35, it's limited to just 100 pieces, plus it glows in the dark too, so it's a lot of fun, but you'll need to be quick to get your hands on one. Metcalf are adding to their Cardlewick range with this new small station shelter, which will match in with their previously announced station building in this new range. Available in 00 scale for £10 or N scale at £7. It's a nice budget card kit model. Hornby announced a new livery set to celebrate the 50 years of DRAX, the UK's largest power station. It's a golden liveried Class 66 locomotive and matching biomass wagons, representing a livery that DRAX unveiled in 2024. This Class 66 model is part of Hornby's railroad range and comes DCC ready with a 21-pin socket and features separate plastic buffers and NEM couplings. This one is named DRAX Power Station 50, with locomotive run number 66301. It's quite limited in detail, but it is a railroad model and it's priced at just $94.99 RRP, and it's a decent enough value for money model. Match it with the impressive looking DRAX biomass wagon priced at $44.99 each to make an impressive looking train. Both models expected in spring 2026. Robo models have just released these new groove-sided Polish coaches. Here on screen is a Type 102AA first class coach, and you can see its distinctive rib sides, plus the amazing detail on these models. They have a full interior too and come either with or without lighting. Available either singularly or in triple packs from the Robo website now. We're halfway through October now, but there's still time to buy one of these Oxford Diecast Pink Ribbon Foundation models. Supporting the Pink Ribbon Foundation in Breast Cancer Awareness Month, these limited edition Actros models are on sale for $15.99. The model is presented with a special sleeve featuring a legend of the Ulster history, as well as details of the charity. For each purchase, Oxford will donate £2 to this worthwhile cause. Anyway, that's the video folks, thanks for watching. I'm sure there'll be more coming soon, so subscribe to keep yourself up to date, and I'll see you on the next one.
So model train, model world, choo choo.